Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the British Esports Education Summit for the third year in a row. I'm glad to welcome you all today. My name is Elliot. If you don't know me, I'm sure some of you do, and some of you will get to know me by the end of the day. So obviously today we've got an absolutely action-packed schedule. We've got a lot to get through, and I'm going to try to be as concise as I can with timings. Just running through the schedule real quick, obviously. We've got the Chairs Welcome, followed by the competitive activity of the future and the student champs. We've got some panels coming up, including our staff members, our student members. We've got some academic pathway opportunities and panels to explore there, in addition to further education and higher education through university and beyond. And then we're going to have some lunch, which will all be outside in the atrium/bar area that you've all come through this morning. And then if the slide will ever change, which it probably won't, but yeah, we've got some great stuff packed in this afternoon as well, and I'll do another introduction for that after lunch. So anyway, just without further ado, I want to get started because I know we've got a lot to cover. So we're going to start off with Dean's address, which will be in video format, because unfortunately he couldn't be with us today, and then I'll pass over to Gin. So thank you ever so much for coming, and I hope you enjoy the day.
Good morning, everybody. To those of you at the Metronome in Nottingham and to everybody joining us online virtually, good morning and welcome to the 2022 Esports in Education Summit, supported by Pearson and hosted by Confetti Institute of Creative Technologies. My name is Dean Hardman. I'm the Director of Sport and Student Experience at the Association of Colleges. This is my third year in a row being involved with the Esports in Education Summit. And we're really proud at AOC Sport to be supporting the event and continuing to work alongside British Esports to promote and develop competitive gaming and other opportunities in esports throughout further education. We've known over the last few years in partnership with British Esports that there are all sorts of opportunities for young people when it comes to engaging in esports, whether that's learning transferable skills that can be used within that profession and within the professional area of esports, or that are transferable to other areas. Every organisation needs people who are effective in communication, that are great team workers, that know how to collaborate, and esports is the perfect environment for those skills to be learned. And those are exactly the same opportunities that we at AOC Sport value so much in more traditional forms of sport and physical activity. One of the areas that we're really passionate about within AOC Sport is inclusion. And esports is a fantastic activity when it comes to inclusion. We've seen in our own online competitions that disabled participants and non-disabled participants are able to compete alongside each other. And we were able to include disabled students from National Star College in the AOC Sport FIFA Cup, which has led to further opportunities for those students and some great national exposure for their work. That was a real breakthrough moment for us. And I'm delighted that everyone at British Esports is taking that work further and will continue to support that and other pilots for NatSpec colleges around the country. We all know, everybody, I assume at this event knows that the delivery of BTEC eSport qualifications continues to grow. When we first started these summits, the numbers were relatively small, and they're considerably bigger now, with over 160 approved centres and almost 2,000 students studying esports in the 2020-21 academic year. So I know there's going to be a great opportunity to hear from Callum Neal at Barnsley College later today, who have been a trailblazer in esports delivery. They're the first college to have their esports provision inspected by Ofsted, and it's really exciting to see the development of provision within colleges, and it's being recognised for the way in which it contributes to skill development amongst students and increases employability. Over the next few months, everyone involved in esports, and we're no different, are looking forward to the launch of the National Esports Performance Campus up in Sunderland through British Esports, and that's been supported by Sunderland College, as well as the inaugural Esports Commonwealth Championships in August. So that's another huge opportunity to showcase how technology can be the link between the world of sport and esports. In the meantime, it's set to be a fantastic event today, and I'm sure everybody either in Nottingham or on this virtual call will enjoy it. I'm sure you'll be able to take away some useful ideas for your own institutions and look at how you can apply what you hear about today in your own environments. So finally from me, best of luck to all the students competing in the Student Champs finals over the weekend. And I believe the finals of the AOC Sport FIFA Cup take place on Sunday morning. So do make sure you tune in for those, and the best of luck to everybody competing. So I'd now like to hand over to Gin Rai, Confetti Institute's Esports Manager and Higher Education Course Leader, to tell you a little bit more about the facility and to formally open the day. But in the meantime, many thanks, and I really hope you enjoy the event.
That's dramatic. Esteemed colleagues and guests, welcome to the Esports and Education Summit. My name is Gin Rai, Head of Esports at Confetti, a part of Nottingham Trent University. Today truly is a wonderful day that marks the coming together of our most curious, most passionate and most competitive educators and specialists working within the esports scene. Today embodies the very fabrics of teamwork, unity and camaraderie we see in competitive esports by our coming together and sharing our experiences and journeys over the last years and through the many challenges that we've had to face and overcome. It's incredible to see the developments that have taken place nationwide within further and higher education, within esports, and its continued growth will continue to solidify our country's education excellence globally. There are now hundreds of institutes delivering the variations of the BTEC esports spec developed by Pearson and the British Esports, marks the value and importance of this subject, but also highlights the responsibility that we have as educators to ensure we deliver quality, meaningful, innovative and inspiring education to today's youth, setting them up as good people and for success in their futures. With that responsibility in mind, we need to consciously end prejudice and discrimination in esports. That can only happen if we have a united front of zero tolerance for that behavior. The gaming space should be, and in the most part, is a safe and enriching environment, albeit a little salty. But nonetheless, let's actively do our part. It's been a very busy year for Confetti, and a busy few years actually. We have validated and deployed a series of vocational courses in esports production that I'll be talking about a little later today, the BTEC, BSc, MSc. We've been actively nurturing meaningful relationships for the betterment of our student experience and to maintain the great standards that make Confetti the centre of excellence for creative technologies and production. And in that vein, we are excited to be able to reveal to you today our next step in engaging in emerging creative technology through years of hard work in creating a state-of-the-art esports venue and content creation facility. We'll be offering you the opportunity to talk Confetti X at the end of today's summit. Whilst we'd love to invite you to our official opening and launch in September. I would like to thank British Esports for the opportunity to host the summit here today at Confetti in our Metronome venue. And before we progress into today's programme, I'd like to offer you a peek into just some of the things that our BSc esports production students have been up to in the last 8 months. I look forward to sharing with you more of our successes in helping nurture and develop the UK esports scene. It's a pleasure to see you all here, barely through the light, and I look forward to connecting with all of you today. Thank you.
I've travelled a lot. I've been in Sweden, I've been in Denmark, and I've seen the esports programs they have there. But here at Confetti, it's night and day in terms of what the students are getting. This is by far at the front of the list for learning esports, progressing into working in esports, which is a gap I've never seen bridged.